days. The question there not going answered. Luckily, Erin, we booked refundable tickets for this.
All right, thank you very much, Caitlin. And let's go now to the Democratic Congressman John Garamendi, who sits on the House Armed Services Committee, also has visited North Korea as recently as 2017. So, Congressman, let's just start with, what do you think is going on? What do you know is going on here? I mean, so yesterday it's off. We're talking about our massive and powerful arsenal. Kim says Trump is brave. Now it might be back on for the same day. Do you have any idea what's going on?
Sure. It's very simple. It's confusion. It's chaos and confusion.
Okay, good, because I was about to say, please tell me. Okay, it's confusion. I got that. Okay, go ahead.
It's confusion. Okay, so we really don't know. There are really three paths that can be pursued with North Korea. One path is to accept that they have nuclear weapons and try somehow to live with the fact that they could threaten the United States. The second path is to decapitate, as some of President Trump's allies have said. That is to go to war with North Korea. Bloody, awful war. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people would lose their lives in the first week. And the third path is negotiation. It's the negotiation path that we have to pursue. As rough and as contradictory as the president has been, it's nonetheless critically important to pursue the negotiations.
This is a crucial question. You know, we showed those headlines around the world. We know that the allies of the United States, South Korea and Japan, did not get an advance notice of the president's canceling of the summit. Did you or anyone on Capitol Hill have any advance notice, or was this, this just broke as it broke to everybody?
Well, it's exactly right. It broke as it broke. It came across on everybody's iPhone or their smartphone. Probably not a KTE phone, but nonetheless, the reality was that we didn't know about it in advance. The real problem are the allies. The allies, South Korea, the president was just there 2 days before the president canceled it. At that meeting, everything was on. They were moving forward. The President Moon of South Korea was clearly blindsided by it, certainly Japan and the rest. The bottom line is you cannot have a successful situation with North Korea unless and until you have all the allies on your side. And clearly, they have no idea what this president's going to do next.
Well, nobody who works around him seems to have any idea, right? Because it's off yesterday and now today. He said it could even be the 12th. We're talking to them now. That's a quote from him this morning. Now, Senator Lindsey Graham, who obviously, as we both know, has been extremely critical of this president at times, today was complimentary of him, saying Trump can do this and that real estate and golf courses actually are a fair comparison to this sort of deal-making. Here he is.
The president's got a clear goal here. I don't know how he bought and sold property. I don't know how he bought and sold golf courses, but he was pretty good at it. As President of the United States, he's made a decision to end the North Korean nuclear program. He wants to do it peacefully if possible, and he's going to do it in his first term, I believe.
Do you think, Congressman, that buying and selling golf courses is a fair expertise?
I think he missed the 5 bankruptcies along the way. The reality is this is not buying and selling real estate, and this isn't getting up from a deal and stomping out of the room. This is really serious. We're talking about life and death situations. We're talking about the security of the United States with an adversary that has already threatened us with nuclear annihilation. And of course, Trump threatened them with the same. The reality is these negotiations need a very serious preliminary build-up to the summit. There has to be that kind of homework done, the detailed homework. What are we going to talk about? What's the North Korea's position? What's the American position? How can we move this thing forward? None of that has been done, and frankly, at this point, it appears to be some 18 days to get it done. My recommendation is call for the summit, get Pompeo and other skilled diplomats out there to begin those negotiations at the lower level and build up so that when these two people come together, there is a reasonable chance that they will shake hands and come to some framework about how to move towards a resolution of a very, very complex but extremely dangerous and important problem.
And to do it later, it sounds like what you're saying is let's not rush this in 18 days. Let's move to let's commit to it, but let's do it when we're ready to do it. You can't just walk in a room and shake hands on the end of a nuclear program that's been decades in the making. It's not that simple. The president tweeted today, though, Congressman, quote, very good news to receive the warm and productive statement from North Korea. That's the one in which Kim Jong-un's team called him brave. We will soon see will it will lead, hopefully to long and enduring prosperity to peace. Only time and talent will tell. Does he have the talent? Is this about talent? Is this about Trump's talent?
Well, he certainly believes he has the talent. He certainly believes he knows how to do a deal. And he is really open to and wants to receive praise for his work. He seems to live on praise from whomever it may be given. And certainly it appears as though Kim Jong-un understands that if you want to get on with this president, you better be praising him in any way that may be even beyond reality. And the president seems to function on that, and he also functions on whoever talked to him last. So I'm curious about who that person is going to be in the room. If it's John Bolton, and what Bolton said, boy, that set things off. When you compare the situation or the solution for North Korea to Libya, that's got to really turn the stomach of Kim Jong-un and his entourage.
All right. Thank you very much, Congressman. I appreciate your time. And next, Democrats and Republicans agree that the briefing about an FBI informant doesn't appear to back up Trump's claims of a spy being planted in his campaign.